And here are the crypto top headlines. First up, Sam Bankman-Fried trial moves to final stages. Next, Coinbase optimistic about U.S. approval of Bitcoin ETF. Also, attorney John Deaton's tweets regarding why SEC dismissed the case against Ripple execs. Plus, Ripple CEO, we believe XRP is efficient in many use cases, but we are not maximalist. Welcome to Crypto Top Headlines, where there's no clickbait thumbnails or titles, and no speeches on my opinions, just bringing crypto's news to you. We are a new channel here on YouTube, and would greatly appreciate it if you would click on the like and subscribe buttons as well as the notification bell. It does help support the channel, so thank you in advance for doing so. Now, on to these headlines. Our first top headline, Sam Bankman-Fried trial moves to final stages. The trial of Sam Bankman-Fried is reaching a conclusion, with the prosecution set to rest its case on October 26th. Sam Bankman-Fried's trial is reaching its final stages over the next few days, with the prosecution scheduled to rest their case on October 26th, following the examination of almost 20 testimonies in the case. The prosecution presented a lineup of witnesses over the past 3 weeks, including former FTX employees, customers, investors, government officials, and law enforcement agents. At the heart of the case is the central argument that Bankman-Fried intentionally deceived all of them and that he was behind the decisions resulting in the $8 billion gap between FTX and Alameda Research in November 2022. As for Bankman-Fried's defense, they still haven't confirmed whether they will waive the case. In criminal trials, attorneys aren't required to present a defense. Assuming his legal team will present a case, it will also begin on October 26th. Bankman-Fried's counsel, led by Mark Cohen and Christian Everdell, has struggled to present a narrative to jurors. The attorneys even missed crucial arguments during the cross-examination of his former closest friends, including Caroline Ellison, Nishad Singh, Adam Yedidia, and Gary Wang. Cooperating with the government, the group accused Bankman-Fried of directing them to commit crimes. An attorney observing the trial told Cointelegraph that when a case is initiated by the government, there is a 95% likelihood of indictment, underscoring the significant challenge faced by the defense. Prosecutors, however, have the burden of proving the alleged crimes. Among the highlights of the previous week in court was the testimony of former FTX's engineering director. Singh told jurors that Bankman-Fried instructed him to make millionaire venture investments via loans from Alameda. According to Singh, he didn't know the funds were tied to FTX customers' deposits. Singh faces up to 75 years in prison for charges related to defrauding users of the crypto exchange. The week also saw District Judge Lewis Kaplan run out of patience with lawyers representing both parties after a witness fleeing Texas for the trial testified for roughly 15 minutes. We had a witness this morning who knew absolutely nothing, and this afternoon we fly somebody in from Texas. He knows nothing or next to nothing, Judge Kaplan said, complaining about prosecutors and the defense's witnesses' strategies. Also in the last few days, FTX's former general counsel, Can Sun, presented a spreadsheet used to track $2.1 billion in loans to Bankman-Fried and other executives. Can was unaware of the exchange's commingling of funds with Alameda, he told jurors. He is also cooperating with the government in the case. Bankman-Fried could spend up to 115 years in prison if convicted of fraud and conspiracy to commit fraud. Our next top headline, Coinbase optimistic about U.S. approval of Bitcoin ETF. Coinbase Chief Legal Officer Paul Grewal has expressed optimism that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission will soon approve a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund. Grewal told CNBC that he is confident in the approval of a U.S. Bitcoin ETF from the SEC in short order. Grewal's assertion comes after a big court decision that found the SEC had no grounds to deny asset management firm Grayscale its application to turn its BTC Bitcoin fund into an exchange-traded fund. Additionally, the regulator opted not to appeal the court's ruling, sparking speculation within the industry that Bitcoin ETF approvals were on the horizon. Despite ongoing legal complications involving Grayscale's parent company, Digital Currency Group and Gemini Crypto Exchange, Grewal remains optimistic about the prospect of additional Bitcoin ETFs being approved. The Coinbase attorney, however, did not give a specific time frame within which he expects the approvals to be granted, instead clarifying that he expects the agency will have to fulfill its legal obligation following the court's decision. He said, "I think that after the U.S. Court of Appeals made clear that the SEC could not reject these applications on any arbitrary or capricious basis, we're going to see the Commission fulfill its responsibilities. I'm quite confident of that." Retail investors might find this development appealing, especially those wanting to get exposure to Bitcoin without purchasing the cryptocurrency directly from an exchange. Firms like Coinbase, which is the largest crypto exchange in the U.S., are expected to benefit significantly from any ultimately approved Bitcoin ETF. In the interview, Grewal also shared his opinion about the ongoing trial of former FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried, who is facing several charges of conspiring to defraud FTX investors. The Coinbase insider stated that he is encouraged and optimistic that bad actors were being brought to book through such trials and rigorous regulations. Our next top headline is attorney John Deaton's tweets regarding why SEC dismissed the case against Ripple execs. And just to set up this tweet by John, he's actually responding to Rand Nooner's tweet. Rand Nooner sent a tweet saying, "Why are cryptos celebrating the SEC backing out of the Ripple case? All it means is that now the SEC can appeal the case sooner. Previously, they had to wait until the end of the case, but now that they dropped the case, they can appeal immediately." And so John Deaton responded saying, "Although Rand is correct that an appeal by the SEC will happen sooner because the SEC chose to dismiss the case against Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson because the April 2024 trial will now not happen, it is incorrect to say the SEC can appeal immediately. The penalty phase of the case must occur first. Let me provide some perspective. The summary judgment decision in Library was handed down on November 7, 2022. The final judgment that became appealable was entered on July 11, 2023, 8 months after the ruling. The appeal was filed September 7, 2023. During those 8 months, there was additional discovery, including interrogatories, requests for production of documents, bank statements, etc., and deposition testimony, all followed by filing written briefs and conducting oral argument. In Library, the SEC started out wanting $23 million in fines, disgorgement, etc., but in the end, the SEC asked for $130,000 fine. Arguing over $23 million took 8 months. In the Ripple case, we're talking about $770 million. Ripple will argue ODL transactions should be exempt, along with legitimate business costs, salaries, advertising, travel, insurance, etc. The SEC wants the whole $770 million to make up for being embarrassed, including having to dismiss the bogus charges against the executives it could never prove. There will be no immediate appeal. Finally, the SEC didn't dismiss this case because it wanted to get to a faster appeal. It dismissed the case because it didn't have a chance in hell to win, and the witness list of subpoenas for certain individuals to testify was going to be interesting to say the least. Our next top headline, Ripple CEO, "We believe XRP is efficient in many use cases, but we are not maximalist." Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has provided valuable insights into the role of XRP within Ripple's broader business strategy and the company's stance on other cryptocurrencies. Notably, Garlinghouse expressed his view about XRP and the place for other digital assets in a recent episode of MATIC Talks. The host was Adrian Ciccone, the founder of MATIC, a crypto custody firm recently acquired by Ripple. During the discussion, Ciccone noted the prevalent confusion among some observers regarding Ripple's core operations. He admitted that he had previously considered Ripple solely centered around XRP and the XRP ledger. However, Garlinghouse clarified that Ripple's scope extends far beyond XRP. He noted that XRP is an open-source digital asset with a decentralized validator network. He stressed that Ripple neither controls the XRP code nor the validator network. Conversely, Garlinghouse highlighted that Ripple is an enterprise infrastructure company that leverages blockchain technology for various applications. Ripple is not maximalist with XRP. In parallel, the Ripple CEO acknowledged the company's overwhelming portfolio of XRP tokens in billions. Meanwhile, Garlinghouse noted while Ripple maintains a vested interest in XRP and views it as highly efficient for numerous use cases, Ripple is not a maximalist company. He expressed that Ripple believes there is a place for various digital tokens, including Bitcoin, with different use cases within blockchain industry. In his words, "We own a lot of XRP, and we think XRP is extremely efficient for many use cases, not all use cases. We definitely are not maximalists. We think that there's a place for Bitcoin, there's a place for a lot of other tokens and different use cases." Notably, Garlinghouse's comments has gotten the interest of the XRP army, with some sharing snippets of the interview on the X platform. It is worth mentioning that Ripple has proven its non-maximalist view about XRP as the firm supports other digital assets in its payment business. For example, the Crypto Basic reported Ripple added stablecoins USDT and USDC to its Liquidity Hub product catering to financial institutions. Other supported currencies include Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this concludes our top headlines. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. Also, leave your thoughts in the comments and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you all for watching Crypto Top Headlines, bringing crypto's news to you.